Hello, I'm Dr. Brian McDonough. There's been lots of talk about whether kids should go back to school. In fact, are they safer if they go back to school? Now, there are arguments pro and con, and certainly Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has raised some important concerns and questions about whether or not kids should be staying home. They're looking at an experience in Rhode Island and in some of the statistics from that state where kids basically went to school a lot more than they did in other states. But here's a very important point. I don't have the answer whether or not kids should or should not go to school and how effective it would be and how effective it would be if they stayed home. But my answer that I do have, and the point I want to make is many people will say, look at the mistakes we made in the pandemic or look at what we did wrong. You have to understand something very important when it comes to COVID. The virus certainly acts the way it does, and it doesn't change until it mutates. And clearly it gains access by exposure to people. And if people don't wear masks and if they don't social distance, there's a greater chance of spread. But that being said, we are also learning a great deal about the virus as we go. Things are never stagnant in medicine. And if you look at most illnesses, most things we treat, it's been over dozens, if not hundreds of years that we have figured things out. When you get a virus like this, which is new, especially in an area where we don't really do things quite well, which is treat viral infections, unlike bacterial infections where we often can hit it with an antibiotic. We are learning as we go, and we have to use that information and have really productive conversations based on the evidence to come up with decisions. So you will have people saying, look at that terrible mistake, or I can't believe they did that. And some people will seize on that opportunity to make themselves look better. But the reality is we have to continue learning, growing, and basically making the best decisions with the information we have. That's how science works. And the stakes are so high. We need to continue doing this, and we need to take our personalities, and most importantly, check our egos at the door.